So this one has got mutants, lasers, spaceships, time travel, brain boxes, and dinosaurs. How could you ever go wrong with that? Hey toy fans, so I'm coming back to you with a review. This time I'm looking at something else from Mattel. It's something from Matchbox. It's something from it's a small line that they did that they were selling through Entertainment Earth. It's Dino Riders. Let me go ahead and get it for you. It's Dino Riders. It's the Rulon Warriors Battle Pack. Now this was something that came out last year, and of course the box looks beautiful, and I think the whole idea was it was, trying to get us set and ready for Dino Mania, maybe a new run of Dino Riders, because Mattel's been putting out the awesome and great Jurassic World toys, and they delivered this, and it wasn't exactly, I think, what fans had in mind. So let's dig into this. Let's open it up, let's check it out, and let's find out if this line will go extinct before it's ready to take off. Alright, this is Mattel's Dino Riders Harness the Power of Dinosaurs Rulon Warriors Battle Pack. I am in absolute love with this box. And this box, it really reminds me of what we got with Dino Riders back in the 80s with Tycho, which, for the few figures and dinosaurs I was able to get when I was a kid, because they were so expensive, this just drew me right to it. And I was like, oh, I've got to have this. Of course, you get the powerful T-Rex, but this time we get a different version of them, sort of the Krulos T-Rex with the saws on the knee pads and everything. It's a little bit different. What I like about this, besides for having the nice, Dino Riders, the nice rehash of the original logo, and of course Harness the Power of Dinosaurs here, we get this nice kind of slant here that takes your eye back to the idea of when this was a window box. And what they used to do is they used to have it where you could open up a panel and you could see the toy inside. However, this is not one of those instances. Instead, we get over here a nice shot of the toys that we have inside, but that doesn't lift up. Going to the side, we have some continued art. And of course, it's cool because we get to see some of the other characters that we have from the series. Other side, some more continued art. On the top, we get another one of those pictures of all the toys inside. And then a nice, this pack includes list. On the bottom, we get another run of our logo. And it again tells us what kind of pack this is. If we go to the back, we can see that we have the Dino Riders art here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let you know, this isn't the full art piece. It's actually cut off a little bit in order to format to the box. So if you want to get the full art piece, you're going to have to fold these out and see everything all at once. I would like Mattel to actually put out that poster. I would probably get that poster if they had it. Over here we get the Rulon's Battle Pack, another rundown of what the story is, and then some of the pieces that are included in our Battle Pack. Now that's the box, and the box isn't going to tell me anything else about this. I need to open it up and see what's inside. Now just to let you know, upon first glance, when I open up the box, I get this nice kind of plastic tray here, and it has all the dinosaurs and a lot of the characters already in here. And they kind of, they pop in and out. Some of them have little clips to hold them in. And then you've got this bag up here of the different riders, and they're the ones that'll fit on some of these dinosaurs. Looking at this already, I'm already foreseeing a bit of a problem, and that's a problem with me, not so much them. If I remember correctly on my history of Dino Riders, the Valerians used a medallion on their chest to talk to dinosaurs, so that to let them know that they were friendly. The Rulons, however, used the ever-awful brain box that would control the dinosaur. And my understanding is that the green here, these are all supposed to be Valerians. And the purple is supposed to be Rulons. Except, they've got one dinosaur here, then they've got one over here. And the problem is that this one has a brain box, and it's supposed to be Valerian. This one doesn't have a brain box, it's supposed to be Rulon. I'm a little disappointed in that because that's something that should have been probably looked at beforehand. Now, let's get these out of their plastic tray and let's see how they look. Alright, and these are the dinosaurs outside of the package. The riders are in place, soldiers are in place, let's take a look and really dive in and see what all we got here, okay? Because it's pretty cool. I want to take a look at this T-Rex, because T-Rexes are my favorite, so I like to kind of look at all the detail on them. The riders actually just kind of snap into place, and if you look, there's the evil frog-faced Krulos and his T-Rex with the brain box. And it's a pretty solid looking figure. There's a sting here on the back. And I like it. It really looks the part. Now, there's no movable parts on these. They're actually just solid plastic pieces. And for the most part, they measure about, let's see. That T-Rex is about 5 inches long. Brachiosaurus is about 7.5. So these things have a little bit of bigness to them, even though they're small, tiny creatures. Now, each side comes with these little soldiers. So you've got, the evil Rulons, and they've got a laser blaster, a nice callback to all the little weapons that came in the pack. You got a rocket launcher or a bazooka, and a pistol. Though I think, look, and binoculars. Looky there. We'll kind of do a comparison here in a minute, because I only have one Dino Rider left. And of course, you got the Triceratops, and I put Rasp on the Triceratops because that was always the thing that it came with. That's such a good looking set. And you got this guy. Now again with the brain box part, that really bothers me, because if this was meant to be for the Rulons, I really feel like it should have had a brain box on it. And the other thing I'm going to go ahead and kind of ding them for is that the design, whereas some of this design is kind of squared off and it looks a little bit, more like Rulon design, this design here doesn't. This feels more like it should have been Valerian. And when I look at this one that has the brain box, it's supposed to be our good guys here, this design is very squared off. I feel like this was supposed to go with these, and this was supposed to go with that, which would have made more sense. But I guess you gotta have a pretty awesome vehicle for your good guys, because they did use these a lot, especially Youngstar. And of course, you got your commandos here. So you got laser rifle. You've got one that has a moldar cannon, one that's calling in a strike. And you've got this right here. And this is pretty nice. The characters fit into each side. I put Gunner on the top, even though he doesn't have his bullet sash, which I really feel like he should have come with. And then Questar over here on this side. And they've taken a lot of the designs from the original toys and tried to make them, as close as they could, but still new and fresh for this, which makes sense. And it looks really good. I'm trying to remember, that honestly looks a little bit like Lad. That might just be a commando. But I was wondering if that might be Lad with the pterodon, or the quasiquadal in this case. So, a little bit of comparison time. We have these dinosaurs here, and we've seen them. And the only other Dino Rider I have left is this one. And it is Sting with the Ankylosaurus. Now, just for a size measure, there's Sting there, and there's the new Sting. Quite a bit of difference. And I think some of us, we were hoping that Mattel, when they were talking about picking up the license, would have done something more like this, because we have dinosaurs now with their Jurassic World line that would fit the part really, really well. But we didn't get that. We got this instead. Now, all in all, I guess for the most part, I'm happy with this set. It comes in at a price point of about $20, and it was sold through Entertainment Earth. Now Amazon's picked it up, and they're selling them for a little bit cheaper, which is how I got mine, because I didn't want to pre-order at the time. I will go ahead and say, I honestly feel like this might have been one of those kind of runs just to see if people would have been interested in getting Dino Riders, so to find out how many of those old fans do we have. But in a way, I feel like it's not exactly, a honest way of showing the fans that you could make more Dino Rider stuff, because instead I think more fans are worried about getting this again. This is nice to have, and it's a cool piece, but it's not really what fans wanted. And because of that, I don't feel like it sold as well as Mattel wanted. Does that mean they should abandon the license? In my opinion, no. But I also don't market over Mattel, so I can't tell you what they have in mind. I know right now their Jurassic World stuff is going really, really well, and I don't think that they want to lose sight of what they're doing with that. But if they decide to make the Dino Riders in the full scale, or the 3 3/4 inch scale, much like the Jurassic World series, then that means that they're going to have a lot of new tooling, a lot of new snap-on features, a lot of repaints of old dinosaurs, and a lot of new things that they're going to have to make, which means the price point of these are going to go up. Whereas right now you're spending $15 for, kind of a beta size or Bravo size dinosaur. When you get into alpha size and Bravo size dinosaurs with all the parts to it, you're going to be looking at $30 to $40 a piece, as I would speculate it's going to be. So I think they're trying to judge on whether fans are really going to pay that or not. Thinking about what we have here, I don't really have display space for a whole bunch of small pieces. I might take it out, play with it on a tabletop every once in a while, or maybe if we do like a tabletop game, maybe use these as pieces. But all in all, I'm thinking this will probably remain in the box. Cost on this. I ended up picking this up from Amazon. I picked it up for $16.28. Pretty good price. I would definitely say if you're a Dino Riders fan, I would say it's worth it. So for this, I'm going to end up giving it $1 sign. I think not bad. Jeff from the show, Talking Toys with Taylor and Jeff, he would tell me and everyone I'm a toy apologist. I'm not going to knock it because, it's a toy, and I do. I love toys so much. But I got to be honest, this one, I'm probably more in love with the idea and the box than I am the actual toy. The actual toys they're great sculpts. They look good, but there's absolutely no paint application. There is no moving parts. This is something that it seems like a weird play for Mattel, considering that, we have other dinosaurs and great pieces that do a lot. And even like their dollar store dinos, like their dollar store baby dinos. And I'll put the link, put it right there for you. Even those had paint application and a rock stand for them to go on and everything. And they had a high level of sculpting as well. This has a beautiful level of sculpting, but just having green and purple, it just feels off. It doesn't feel like it's a complete thought. It feels like this is kind of like we're thinking about Dino Riders, we're thinking about you. We want to give you something so we don't lose our license and kind of test the waters, see if people would buy it anyways. Stars on this, I'm giving it only 3 out of 5 stars. I know that this is not exactly what fans wanted. The whole mix up of the helmet between the two dinosaurs kind of that bothers me. Some of the lack of sculpting on some of the pilots, like Gunner, he should have had his bandolier belt. Not all of them have the little communicator on their chest, and the pilot's bodies seem rather generic. Like the sculpting on the pilots is very minimum, and you can tell. But all in all, like it has great sculpt and there's a lot of potential. I just don't think that if you were expecting a Dino Rider set with a dinosaur that had, missiles and traps and all of the stuff that we loved, this is not really the set that's going to get you there. Okay. Preview for next week. Let's see, right there. Okay. All right. Let me know down in the comments what you think that is. If you haven't subscribed to me, be sure to subscribe to me now. Hit that bell for notifications for everything that comes from my channel to you. Remember, they're not dolls. They're in-action figures with little riders and dinosaurs. I mean, can't call it action. It doesn't move. This episode of Tay Ray Gun was sponsored by Marvin Dog Media. To learn more about Marvin Dog Media, visit www.marvindogmedia.com. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below to let YouTube know that you like what I'm making. And be sure to hit that bell notification so you get updates to future content.